Oh man, the question of the year is how did we get here, Dash? How did we get on YouTube? So yeah, finally decided to get on here and just speak on like my college career. Um, it's just the trials and tribulations that happened, things that I had to go through, lessons that I had to learn, really lessons that I didn't even know I needed at the time, but I learned a lot in that situation. Finally, really had like the courage and the strength to be able to speak on this subject. For a long time, I really wasn't able to. Like no lie, I say like my senior year of high school was at Penn Tech, had a great year. Really, if you know, you know. Like had a great year for real. Like best record in school history that year. Like we did a lot. Honestly, we did a lot. like, but just at that point, and then being committed to Williamson College of the Trades. I was like the first athlete at my school to really have like a signing day, so that was big for me. No lie, that was like huge for real. And then you kind of like fast forward in that moment, and at that moment, I thought that like I was doing good. I'm like, yo, I just committed. Like I just signed, had a signing day. I'm like, I'm definitely lit. Like truth be told, I've made lifelong connections at that school though, 100%. It didn't go the way I thought it would, but made some lifelong connections. My brothers for sure. Like through the game of basketball, yeah, it connects people, keep people connected too, for sure. Um, then, like I said, things don't really work out for me at that school, so we ended up leaving. Um, and this is pretty much where like my life, it just takes a different turn, and that's how we're gonna categorize that for right now. Like it just took a different turn, a turn that I didn't think it would. Like it went down a road that I didn't think I would go on. I'm not even saying that's a bad thing because it's not. Like it's trust me, it's not. Yeah, just like being out here or like just being out in North Carolina just gave me a different perspective of life. Like immediately, like when I first touched down, I really couldn't believe it. I'm like, yo, like I'm from Camden, New Jersey, like small city, you know what I'm saying? And here I am, like in North Carolina, and then to end up in Winston Salem, it's like I honestly didn't even know where Winston Salem was. Like I didn't know Wake Forest was out here. I never heard of Winston Salem State. It's crazy. Like it's Winston Salem. Like real life, never heard of it here. Like before I got down here, like just my experience at Carolina Christian College. It was a very one of one experience. And for the sake of everything, right, we just gonna call Carolina Christian College a JUCO. For the greater good, for the sake of everything, we just gonna call it a JUCO. Yes. And you know how I go, athletes like y'all know how I go. Being a JUCO athlete, you basically are trying to make it out. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to make it out of your situation so you can get into your next situation. Um, but most importantly though, like the things that I went through at Carolina Christian College, it really like helped me prepare for that next move that I was going to make. At the time, I didn't know how. At the time, I really didn't think about it. But truth be told, like being around the guys that I was around at Carolina Christian College, it really just it brought a lot out of me. Like it brought something different out of me, like a different side of me out. I ain't gonna lie. Like being around dogs, you gotta basically like dog up, and that was what it was for me. I had to dog up. But I definitely appreciate everybody who helped me in some shape or form or whatever at that time. Like just being present, just going at me, being vocal, everything like stuff that I needed to like I said, to help me just dog up. Um, but yeah, so we at Carolina Christian College for 2 years. Oh, for this part, I gotta put the shades on because yeah, I gotta put the shades on for this part. But so that next chapter after Carolina Christian College was done, this where things really get interesting. So, and at that time it was COVID time. Like COVID was very fresh at the time, and I was like, man, like I'm gonna go back to school in New Jersey. Like I'm gonna transfer back to school in New Jersey. Like be closer to my family. My family can see me graduate. Just everything. Like, I was thinking ahead. So everything basically goes my way at this point. Like I get my transcripts from Carolina Christian. Like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do, you know, to transfer. Heavy on that to transfer, right? Um, so yeah, I go through all of my steps. I do the paperwork, the housing, everything at so the school I was going to was after Carolina Christian College was William Patterson University, and you know the people that know about it they call it Willie P. So for me, it was like, and then the NJAC, like from a basketball standpoint, it was like that's the NJAC. Like if you know, you know. Like the NJAC is one of the you know what I'm saying toughest conferences in the country. So it's like it really if you know, you know. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. Like I get to be a part of the NJAC. Like let's go. Like let's go. And then like I said, went through all those steps, paperwork, transcripts, filled like applying for housing, like did everything, got accepted, literally everything going my way. So at this point, I'm committed to William Patterson. I'm like, yeah, like I'm ready for this next step. Yo, I just remember like when everything happened and it was finalized for me to go. I remember just telling myself like, yo, like you basically get a chance to reinvent yourself. Like I got a chance to go up to Willie P and be whatever player I wanted to be whoever I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? By putting the work in, obviously. But that summer, I made a huge decision to just like lock in. I was like, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy a basketball, buy some cones. I'm like, I don't even need a gym. Like, it's courts. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the trenches. Like, it's courts everywhere, damn near outside. So, you know, that's what I did. Bought some cones, bought a basketball, and just went to work that whole summer, nonstop. Like, really me by myself. Like, not really looking for no reasoning to not, like, nothing. I was on timing. Like, I was on that timing, 100% on timing. So, truth be told, like, I personally feel like that was the best basketball level, form, shape I've ever been in. You know, like my game was just I felt like on another level. Like I said, I was mature. I wasn't no 18-year-old, 19-year-old freshman like I was before when I first stepped into college. Like I said, things matured me. The experiences that I had at my prior school, like just all of those type of things. Like I said, the people around me to help me grow up, and just stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying. Now I'm like, yo, this is basically like everything I ever wanted now, cause you look at the situation I came from, the Carolina Christian, and then you go to Willie P, you start to notice the difference, and it start to just show right away, like right away. So I was thankful to be able to be in the gym, get some shots up. I remember when I had got up to Willie P, and if any of my teammates at the time, former teammates, whatever, however y'all want to carry that, but not teammates, almost teammates, however y'all want to carry that for real, but dog, they know, like, I just really felt like I said the level I was on was just different. Like, I was really in my bag because, like I said, I just knew I had a chance to reinvent myself. And that stood out to me a lot. Like, the fact that I could do that, that's what I was going for. I'm like, man, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna just, you know what I'm saying, come here, milk this thing. Like, what? I'm good. Like, I'm gonna come here, be who I am, and do what I do, and that's it. First time I have to, you know what I'm saying, build y'all up real quick. Then we're gonna have to break this thing down. So, like I said, we're going through the summer runs. I'm meeting my teammates. I'm bonding with them. You know what I'm saying? And quick shout out like to my guys for real at that moment, like on the team. Like I personally have to apologize because I let y'all guys down. Like I know for a fact that we could have really made some noise. Like the team we had, like the way we used to go at it, bro. We had a squad at Willie P that year. Like we had a team, and like I'm just going to say it again. Like I really apologize because I just let the guys down for real. But let's get into that. How did things go? So I'm basically, like I said, I'm at the summer run. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling good. Like nothing can go wrong for me right now. At this point, I'm good. The coach, he wants to meet me on a track. He want to talk about how the season is about to go. I'm lit. I'm like, I ain't never had a coach do this. Like we litty. Like let's go. So yeah, we had that walk and talk on the school track. Man, that was a crazy conversation. Like him just coach telling me like how he see me, like how he was gonna use me, like he like you can play on the ball, off the ball. Like I never heard those kind of things because like I said, I never worked on my game that much. I never really been at that level like I said I was on. So for me, that meant everything. I'm like, you know, I really took that and I'm like, I'm about to kill. Like, I just knew, I'm like, I'm going to kill. Like, I'm going to kill. Kill. Yeah, so at this point, you know, like I said, the track, we talking or whatever. I'm hearing a lot of things. I'm just excited, I'm ready, anxious, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is different. Like, I'm in a different role. Like, I'm just in a different role, and I was embracing it. I was stepped into it. I was embracing it. And this where things got tough. So at this point, you know, like I said, I'm just feeling myself. Like I said, nothing could go wrong. I'm just ready to start those practices. Like, let's get ready to gear up into season mode. I say like a week, maybe a week and a half, maybe. Like after I met with the coach on the track, I got a very interesting phone call. He called me, and he's like, so first off, y'all know how like when y'all hear something and y'all can't believe it, so you kind of gotta really like clarify. I had to really act a few times, like for real. But so like I said, I'm on cloud 9 at this point. Get the phone call. He's like, yeah, Dash, got some bad news. Okay, I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, unfortunately, like, the school you were at, like, they ruled you ineligible. So, like I said, couldn't believe it. Had to ask it a few times. So he goes, yeah, they ruled you ineligible. So I'm like, ineligible? He like, yeah. I said, who? He said, you. I said, me? He said, yeah. I said, wait, me? Huh? Like, bro, we literally just talked about all of these things. We told me how you see me in the system, and what do you mean I'm ineligible? Me not being able to practice, participate. This is me hanging out with the team, being around the team, and just couldn't be a part of what they had going on. That was tough for me. Like, I never been in college and wasn't a student athlete, you know, so it was tough. It was the first time in my life where I had to get out of that dark stage. You can call it depression, you can call it a dark stage, whatever makes, you know what I'm saying? But just having to get through those dark times.
These niggas gave up on me. They gave up on me.
That's what it's called.
So like I said, when he says all of that, I don't really panic immediately. I'm just trying to figure things out. So my next move is kind of just like, okay, well, let me try to call up there. You know, like, let me see who I can talk to from Carolina Christian College to help me out. A whole season went by, and I found out the reasoning afterwards. You know, like afterwards, after the season's over, after I'd already been through that dark stage, trying to find the light again, I find out that the reasoning was because I dropped out. Heavy on the, because like I stated in the beginning, I had to get my transcripts. They knew where I was going. Like, they knew where I was going. You know, they knew the situation. They told me that I dropped out. Like, I thought my life was over, but it's clearly not. Like, I thought my life trajectory was going to be totally different than what it is. That don't make it a bad thing, you know? Doesn't make it a bad thing. I'm super grateful for everything that happened to me in my life, because, you know, it's just going to continue to build me up as a person, as a man, and just like with all of my life experiences and life accomplishments and achievements, and want to still keep going. But I feel like I'm doing better, a lot better than that version of me. It took a lot to get where I'm at now, but I just wanted to share with some people. I just wanted to share with people just like some of the things that it took for me to, you know what I'm saying, be where I'm at now. Like, the reason why I'm even on YouTube or any of that stuff is because I wanted to still be able to just stay connected to the game. I thought that I was right where I was supposed to be. I thought that I was right where I needed to be. I thought that like I worked so hard to get there. Like I said, I just thought that I was exactly where I was supposed to be, and then for things to go the way it did, and you know, I'm proud of myself for real. Like I pat myself on the back. It was a dark time, and if you was around me at the time, then you know, and if you wasn't, then you just wouldn't have known. Understand that things gonna happen in your life, and you just gotta keep going. Just keep pushing no matter what. And I'm just excited. Like for me being on YouTube, my channel, watching it grow, everything. I'm super excited, bro. Like I never could try to put a limit on where I think this can go. I'm not going to. I'm really not going to.